Is it possible for you to do sports with some assistance, or have somebody else lip sync the sports?
In Italian? Oh, is that possible? Yeah, I mean, we can do that.
Tongue?
Hey, I want you to meet Clayton. Clayton, the outstanding intern, really focused on the weekends this time because they evidently needed some help. Clayton, you're at Indiana, right?
Yes, I am.
And you're going to graduate on time?
I am.
All right. And what role will your stay here at Fox play in your graduation and your competence when you get into the real world?
Well, it's going to help me a lot. I'm going to be reporting for the Big Ten Network when I get back to school, but I needed these internship credits to graduate right on time. I've got no room to spare.
All right, good. So you come here right on your mark.
Okay.
Clayton from Indiana, go.
Well, I'm not going to say it in Italian, but less than 2 hours from now, Tiger Woods will tee off the PGA Championship at Whistling Straits Golf Club in Wisconsin. Tiger is coming off the worst performance of his career after shooting 18 over par at the tournament last week. Despite all of his problems on and off the course, he's still one of the favorites to win this weekend. Woods has not won a major since the U.S. Open 2 years ago. In baseball news, New York Mets star closer Francisco Rodriguez, also known as K-Rod, expected to face a judge later this morning. He's charged with third-degree assault for allegedly punching his father-in-law at Citi Field Clubhouse after last night's game. K-Rod's father-in-law was sent to the hospital with injuries to his face and head, but should be okay. Mayor Mark Kruzan is being criticized for taking a restrictive approach and saying no to developers trying to expand the city. He believes in a better, not bigger policy that should be in the best interest of the people of Bloomington.
Thanks, Dave. And here's the key points to today's game. For Iowa, coming off a doubleheader loss against Wisconsin, Coach Luper is trying to take care of the little things. That is, swing at good pitches and don't let mistakes snowball. And then on the other side of the field, Coach Gardner for Indiana Hoosiers wants to stay disciplined. That is, remain having good defense. Also, Iowa's a good ball club, and Indiana needs to look out for them. They have a good win against Michigan last week, but Indiana needs to take care of today and not look into the future. Dave, back to you in the booth. I'm Clay Gordon for Fox News. With recent bomb threats and tourists flooding in from all over the world, how safe are you really in Times Square? Thanks, David. Ryan, I had the chance to sit down with head coach Jeff Carlson from Ohio State, and he said this before the game, that the road is tough, but he's trying to steal a couple wins on the road. Indiana is 15-14 against Ohio State in this building at the $2.1 billion construction plan funded by the city broke through ground today, all with the intentions of turning Hudson Park into a new, vibrant neighborhood. I'm here with Coach Luper from the Iowa Hawkeyes. Coach, Chelsea Carmody, big double that inning. How do you think you're going to generate some offense?
We've got to put the ball in play. We've got to make sure we're watching the early pitches, and she's getting ahead the first pitch, then she's throwing around the zone. We just got to jump on the ones later in the count.
Dance Your Ass Off is a reality TV show on a nationwide tour challenging participants to dance off 1 million calories. This specific event will raise over $3,000 for the American Heart Association.
June 14th, 1998, basketball legend Michael Jordan wins his 6th and final NBA championship with the Chicago Bulls. Jordan secured the title by hitting the Bulls' game-winning shot with 5.2 seconds left on the clock.
Reinvented and relaunched, the Ford Explorer is trying to change the face of not only Ford, but other SUVs.
Everybody today knows that Ford's in a different place.
With 4 million Explorers currently on the road, Ford believes adding features to the car while dropping vehicle weight will not only improve gas mileage, but also will improve the image of the company.
This car has RCA and video in, 2 USB ports, sync technology. They're really integrating all of the tech that we want to see in our own lives, in our vehicles, and on the road with us.
And this is what they've always wanted. They wanted a complete reinvention of the Explorer, using all the quality that you can get from Ford, all the fuel efficiency today, like this is going to be 30% more improvement, all the safety features, all the smart technology like Sync and My Ford, and of course the very best values.
And I really think that speaks volumes to Ford's dedication to bringing people the cars that they want, and to bringing people cars that are useful, and not just churning out vehicles because that's what they do.
But this car is not only helping the company, it also has an economic impact. Ford has created nearly 2,000 jobs with its new 2011 Ford Explorer model that's going to be available to 90 different countries, but the American public could get their hands on one this upcoming winter. For every automotive job created, it is estimated to create 10 indirect jobs. Ford claims this could help create up to 12,000 jobs overall.
Ford has been absolutely dedicated to economic growth, starting in the United States, energy independence and security, and fuel efficiency and environmental sustainability. That's what have been our 3 main focuses.
Over 100 companies across 23 states supply parts and components for the new Ford, which will head to Chicago for assembly later this year. I'm Clay Gordon, FNCU. A well-defined urban growth boundary for Bloomington.
Development and how we manage it is a significant matter facing the city. Without a vision of where we're headed, there's a danger of losing our uniqueness.
One of Cruzan's primary election challengers, John Hamilton, says he agrees with the mayor's plan, but thinks Cruzan has not produced enough results in his 8 years in office.
I think we agree on a lot of these policies, and speeches do not make things happen, though. And government needs to focus on results and getting the right things done quickly so that we can enhance green jobs, strong education, and good government services.
The other Democrat in the race, John Gusan, agrees with both platforms, but says Indiana University and the city of Bloomington need to work together more often.
It took quite a while for IU and the city to get together a number of decades ago on the transportation, and thank God we do have a good system here for those especially that can't afford it.
A historical night in legendary Apollo Theater in Harlem, where celebrities piled in to see the Queen of Soul, Aretha Franklin, and the late King of Pop inducted into the Apollo Hall of Fame.
Everybody's like, I want to be Michael Jackson, I want to dance like that, I want to sing like that, I want my music to be as, effective and touching as that, and make people dance like that, he was that person.
Other celebrities were there to witness this magical night. Some of them included comedian and musician Jamie Foxx, who hosted the event, comedian Chris Tucker, and actor Danny Glover, who entertained the crowd as the night progressed.
I hope Aretha Franklin get up there and sing, because she makes me just give me chills when she sings. So, we'll see. But I'm looking forward to everybody.
The Queen of Soul was honored to be the guest of this evening due to the fact that this theater helped start her career.
It is thrilling after 4 years to come back to this legendary place and people. I'm seeing old friends already. I haven't even gotten in the theater yet, but it's just so exciting.
The night continued when Chris Tucker was called upon to accept the award for the King of Pop.
Oh man, it's a big privilege, a big honor to accept this for him and the family. And I'm just excited, because Michael is a hero of mine, he still is, and I'm just excited to be a part of it. And it's going to be a good night, because this is what he would want, to have a good time and to celebrate and have a great night with the Queen of Soul. It's going to be great.
Clay Gordon, FNCU.
Part winter storm is causing local government offices to close and send employees home early.
We're closing because the storm is going to be unpredictable, and if it hits us, it'll be very dangerous. So we want to make sure that our city staff gets home safely and in time before the storm hits.
Emergency services will remain open, and they are asking people to be prepared for the worst. If you need to be on the road, make sure you have a full tank of gas and your cell phone is fully charged. Bloomington Police suggest keeping a winter travel kit in your vehicle in case you are stranded. That includes a blanket, flashlight, snacks, water, small shovel, and kitty litter or sand for tire traction.
We're hopeful that, again, with most people off the streets, that will alleviate our problem with encountering any traffic issues. But again, we have a duty to respond, and we will certainly provide the personnel in our efforts to do so.
The winter storm warning is in effect until 7 o'clock Wednesday night. For WTIU News, I'm Clay Gordon. Vincent, a biographical opera centering on the life of artist Vincent van Gogh, is the second world premiere for the music school following the 2006 debut of Our Town. 1984 Pulitzer Prize winner and Vincent composer Bernard Rands says the opera will draw critics from across the world to Bloomington.
This institution, somebody, collectively, probably the trustees and the people in the art world here, felt that that's a monument to a great artist. And why shouldn't it be in Bloomington, Indiana?
Rand says the opera will not shy away from turbulent times in Van Gogh's life, including struggles with alcoholism and epilepsy that contributed to the artist's eventual suicide. Vincent opens Friday at IU's Musical Arts Center. For WTIU News, I'm Clay Gordon.
Season 2 of Oxygen Network's Dance Your Ass Off will be returning with celebrity host Mel B.
I don't want to tell you too much about it because it's going to spoil it, but I mean they look incredible. It's like night and day. It's not even the same person.
The increasingly popular dance exercise show pairs 12 contestants with professional dancers while sharing the same household. The contestants compete against each other in front of judges, and each week, one contender is asked to throw in their dance shoes.
Dance Your Ass Off is a reality TV show on a nationwide tour challenging participants to dance off 1 million calories. This specific event will raise over $3,000 for the American Heart Association.
The tour spans 5 different cities, with the most recent one in New York City's Times Square. Fans and pedestrians were encouraged to dance on stage with the New York Knicks dancers to promote the show, but more importantly, to promote being healthy.
And they also donate money to charity, which is fantastic, if you ask me.
Fan favorite cast member from season 1, Shyla, is hosting the tour.
It's benefiting the American Heart Association because, I mean, who better to partner with? Because Dance Your Ass Off is a dance weight loss show. So the American Heart Association, in one of their 7 steps, says that dancing is a great way to lose some calories.
I think all in all, it's about $15,000 that they actually get given, which is amazing.
This upbeat and energetic way of exercising will kick off the new season of the show, and the nationwide tour will soon end in Washington, D.C. Clay Gordon, FNCU.
The number 7 subway line in New York City has been undergoing a major extension the last year. The union group called the Sandhogs and their 2 massive 1,000-ton boring machines have been working since June 2009, mining over 9,300 feet of tunnel.
It's important to the working people of New York City that we produce and continue to produce these kinds of projects. It's nice that they come in on budget and on time for us.
On time, on budget, with no serious injuries or deaths. This tunnel has been bored from one end to the other.
The $2.1 billion construction plan funded by the city broke through ground today, all with the intentions of turning Hudson Park into a new, vibrant neighborhood.
And critical to making the next great neighborhood in the Hudson Yards, we needed the number 7 train. And we needed to make sure that train occurred no matter what else happened in the economy.
The extension has created nearly 500 jobs and is expected to turn Manhattan's largest undeveloped neighborhood into a thriving residential and commercial area, potentially leading the city to long-term economic growth.
That nothing, not even this recession, will keep New York City from moving forward. Nothing will keep New York City from growing, and nothing will keep our mass transit system from being the biggest and the best in the world. And I want to thank everyone who has been a part of that in our city.
Mayor Bloomberg also called on the state to help fund future projects.
Mr. Mayor, anything I can do to help enhance state funding for mass transit, count me in.
Work will begin shortly on the new station entrances, and customers will be able to take advantage of the 7 line in December 2013 as scheduled. I'm Clay Gordon, FNCU.